The buck stops here. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. A pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities, and an optimist is one who makes opportunities of his difficulties. The only thing new in the world is the history you do not know. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders must be readers. Actions are the seed of fate, deeds grow into destiny. America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. Carry the battle to them. Don't let them bring it to you. Put them on the defensive, and don't ever apologize for anything. Men make history and not the other way around. In periods where there is no leadership, society stands still. When even one American is forced by fear to shut his mind and close his mouth, then all Americans are in peril. The responsibility of the great states is to serve and not to dominate the world. The reward of suffering is experience. In reading the lives of great men, I found that the first victory they won was over themselves. Self-discipline with all of them came first. Fame is a vapor, popularity an accident, and riches take wings. You can always amend a big plan, but you can never expand a little one. Well, I wouldn't say I was in the great class, but I had a great time while I was trying to be great. Whenever a fellow tells me he's bipartisan, I know he's going to vote against me. The human animal cannot be trusted for anything good except en masse. The best way to give advice to your children is to find out what they want and then advise them to do it. Experience has shown how deeply the seeds of war are planted by economic rivalry and social injustice. When you get to be president, you have to remember it isn't for you, it's for the presidency. I'd rather have peace in the world than be president. The United Nations is designed to make possible lasting freedom and independence for all its members. It is ignorance that causes most mistakes. There is nothing better for the inside of a man than the outside of a horse. Study men, not historians. I have little patience with people who take the Bill of Rights for granted. I shall continue to do what I think is right, whether anybody likes it or not. The Russians are fine people, as long as they don't try to impose their system on others. A president cannot always be popular. The only thing worth learning is what you learn after you know it all. My father was not a failure. After all, he was the father of a president of the United States. The buck stops with the president. That's my job. If it's a failure, it's mine. I wonder how far Moses would have gone if he'd taken a poll in Egypt. My choices in life were either to be a piano player in a whorehouse or a politician. Once a government is committed to silencing opposition, it will go down the path of repression. Keep working on a plan. Make no little plans, make the biggest you can think of. A leader in the Democratic Party is a boss, in the Republican Party, he is a leader. The president hears 100 voices telling him he's the greatest man in the world. I have always believed in honor, ethics, and right living as their own reward. Peace is the real victory. When Congress hears too much, they get hysterical. When they hear nothing, they go fishing. I do not believe that because peace is difficult, war is inevitable. The Marshall Plan will go down in history as one of America's greatest contributions to world peace. In politics, everybody wants something at the expense of everybody else. Human life comes from beyond this world, and we must cherish it. Nearly every crisis seems to be the worst one, but after it's over, it isn't so bad. There is some risk in action, but more in failure to act. It is important to understand each other to maintain peace. The reward of suffering is wisdom. Politics is the ruination of many a good man. The only way you can predict the future is to have a strong plan. The Republican Party corrupts its liberals or expels them. Intense feeling too often obscures the truth. You know, when people get excited over the ordinary things in life, they live. The nature of politics is such that no one is ever fully satisfied. The Russians and Americans got along just fine in Berlin. Fame is fleeting, only character endures. I have always felt that education is the key to human freedom. I had faith in Israel before it was established. I have faith in it now. The history of mankind is essentially a struggle for freedom. The dictators of the world say if you tell a lie often enough, people will believe it. Some prices are just too high, no matter the price. Honor and good name are worth more than all the wealth in the world. Every man should study the lives of great leaders. The Republican Party stands for minimum wage, but the smaller, the better. I don't believe in anti-anything. You have to stand for something. Carry the battle to them. Don't ever let them bring it to you.